y'all, welcome back. So Miss Leslie, one of my subscribers, followers, whatever you want to say, asked me for a really fast and easy idea for some tabletop Halloween decorations, and this is what I have, inspired by one I saw floating around on Pinterest. So stay tuned and I'll show you how to make it. Alrighty, y'all, let us get started. So yeah, I haven't filmed in a few days, and that's okay, because you know what? Sometimes I get busy. Life gets in the way, and I've been working on my stock, my Christmas sales stock, you know, for when I restock my online store. And that is going to be at my website, thesouthern-girl-can.com. Actually, everything I made has been bought out, so that's a good thing. So I was working on getting orders out and working on a new restock. So when my store is restocked, I'll make a video telling you. But anyway, this is a card. It's a Heartline Hallmark card, and I got this at Dollar Tree. I just love the black cats. Y'all know I have 5 black cats of my own, and I love this really vintage look. I also got this frame from Dollar Tree. This is a 5x7 frame, and I think the card is going to fit very well in there. I may have to trim off a little bit of the edges, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the back. And I'm going to take this paper out, and then we're going to take the glass out, of course, carefully, and lay it over here. Now, I want to paint this. I don't like the gold. What is that? I don't know. I don't like the gold color on this. I want it to be kind of toned down and more muted. And I'm trying to think about what color to paint it. I had some spray paint, but that spray paint is silver. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is, I have this black acrylic paint. I'm just going to paint this whole entire frame with this black acrylic paint. First off, I'm going to clean it with some rubbing alcohol, you know, because I've been touching it to get all the fingerprints and everything off of it so that the paint will stick a little bit better. So let me look over here. Over here. Oh, Lord. Things are sticking to me. I think I'm going to use this paintbrush here, this nice wide paintbrush. It's a brand new paintbrush. I need to fluff up the bristles a little bit. But, yeah, I'm going to wipe it down with the rubbing alcohol. And then I'm going to paint it with this acrylic paint. Now, what else I'm going to put over here? I think I'm going to try to use some ribbon, because I had seen one of these very, very similar floating around on Pinterest. And over here, she just had like a blob of, you know, like just a bunch of different strands of odd and end ribbon. And I thought that that was really cute. So that's what I'm going to do here. And I'm not going to be attaching this to anything. I'm still going to put this back on it. So don't tear this up. Hang on to it, because I want this to set up on a bookcase, bookshelf, whatever you want to call it. So let me paint this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the paint is dry mostly. There's a little spot over here that's still wet. But I don't have the back put on this just yet. And you know what? Actually, I didn't trim any off of the card. I think it's going to be just fine the way it is. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. I think it's going to be fine just the way it is. And I'm not going to put the glass in it now that I sit here and think about it. Because when I take a picture for the thumbnail, and when I film the beginning of it, my lights in here are going to reflect off the glass and make a glare. So for now, I'm going to leave the glass out. But I do have these tiny, tiny little pumpkins. I got these from Dollar Tree. And I used these in a previous video where, I'm going to set those over there, where I said, you know, be extra, extra careful when you're pulling these wires out, because they are painted. Okay, you see this paint? Now, if you just pull the wires straight out, you're going to rip half the paint off the bottom of your little pumpkin. So I'm going to twist it around a little bit just to break that paint, or you can cut it off with wire cutters. All right, so I got that out of there. So now what I want to do is cut some of this off so that I'll have a flat back, because I want to glue it right here. So let's see, I'm just going to, can y'all see this? Probably not. I'm trying to not touch this because, like I said, there's some places that are just not 100% dry yet. All right. And when gluing styrofoam, I highly, highly recommend using low temp glue sticks, a low temp glue gun, but I'm out of the low temp sticks right now. So I'm going to be using my regular hot glue gun here and praying that I don't melt on the foam. That was pretty hard to squeeze out, so I know my glue gun is not heated up all the way, so it didn't destroy my foam. So I'm just going to put that there on that corner. There we go. Okay, so now up here in this corner, where did it go? I have some ribbon. I have this black ribbon, and then I have this orange like color twine that came from Dollar Tree, and then I have some burlap over here, just a roll of burlap. And I'm going to cut a piece off of this right quick. I have said burlap here, and what I want to do is just cut a few strips of it. I want to cut it wider than what I need it because I want to fray out the edges. So I'm just cutting a strip. Well, we'll try. There we go. All right, so the seam is right there. So, and I'm trying to cut like directly between the lines so that it's not all crooked. My little frays will come out. All right, so now I'm just going to grab a few of these and fray it and throw that over there. I may still have cut it too wide. Let's see. Yeah, I actually did. I made a boo-boo. All right, so let's take that. Maybe a little bit more. I did cut it too wide. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm just going to cut this in half because I want 2 pieces. All right. That looks good. And I'm just going to glue that like that, I think. Yeah. I want it to be really raggedy looking. Raggedy, raggedy. All right, I'm just going to trim off the sides of this a little bit. See, like that? I'm just trimming off the sides. Let's see. That looks okay. And then I'm going to do that with this piece. I'm doing this off camera. I'm trying to not get these little fuzzies all over the place. All right, so back to my hot glue gun here. I'm just going to put a blob. And then I'm going to stick that down. I'm going to put another blob. And I'm just going to crisscross that right there. Come on down a little bit. Crisscross that right there. Now I have, oh my gosh, would you look at my popsicle sticks? I've got them all stuck together. I was playing with resin again earlier. And I use these to stir my resin. They're all stuck together. All right, so now that I have that burlap down, I think I'm just going to cut a piece of this black ribbon. This ribbon's pretty sheer. I didn't realize it was that sheer. And then I'm just going to, I'm measuring it. I don't want it to be the full length of the burlap. I'm just wanting an itty bitty little piece. I think I'll just dovetail that like so. I did get my scissors back, by the way. You know, I had sent them off to have them sharpened by Ginger. I did get them back, so I just have to unpackage them and then get them in the craft room. All right, so let's cut another little piece like that. And I thought I had some buttons out here. Dadgummit. Today has been a hectic day, I tell you. It has been so hectic. And I thought that I had everything out and in place, and apparently I don't. All right, so now let's glue that black right there. Like I said, I didn't want too much black. There we go. Now let me get my clump of sticks here. That is so funny. All right, breaking it apart. Break it up, break it up. Where'd my orange twine go? Okay. Now for this, let's get this ribbon out of the way, which I'm currently unraveling and didn't mean to. Let's see. Oh, Lord. Look. Oh, there's both ends. Why are you doing this? I think what I want to do is, I'm just going to cut a piece of this off. Set that there. Let's see. Do I want to make one of those little twine flowers? Do I do it? I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to wrap it a few times. I've got 3 fingers here. I'm just going to wrap it around a few times. This is wound on this spool. It's so weird. It's like, look at that. Oh, well. I'm just wrapping some around like that. Do I want to use the whole thing? Don't know. Let's see. I think that'll work. Now I'm just going to cut the end here. Move up, move up. Now I'm going to take this strand here and this little bundle that I just wrapped around my fingers. I'm going to have to trim that end right there. I can see that already. I'm just going to tie this around it. That's all. I just wound it around my fingers a few times. Got a bunch of loops, and then I'm just going to tie it in the center. All right, now let's kind of pull this out a little bit. I'm making a rustic looking little flower, if you're wondering what I'm doing. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to pull that so tight. There's that loop right there. All right, just trying to kind of fan it out a little bit. Okay, so where's the end? All right, this is the end that I tied. I'm just going to tie it again, kind of down through the center to kind of help it keep up with that flower shape a little bit. And I'm going to glue a button down in the center of it here shortly, okay? We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Now I'm just taking the other end and I'm just tying another knot. Like so. A lot of steps just to decorate a photo frame. I don't know, somebody's going to say, well, why didn't you just get a black frame instead of painting that one? Well, because I like the design on that. That's why I got that one. All right, so I'm going to trim off all these excess ends here. Well, I said I was. Now I'm just going to flare these out just a little bit more. See, it kind of looks like a little flower. Kind of shorty. Kind of shorty. All right, let's trim off this sucker right here because you're sticking out and I don't want you to stick out. You just all up in my way. All right, let's move this. Because basically after I get this glued down, I'm going to get a button and I'm going to glue in the center of it. And then I'm just going to put that picture in it and then put the back on. All right, so once I get everything into place, we're going to put another big old blob of glue. Hello. And then just glue it down. See, you can see the black ribbon barely sticking out there, but yet it's not, you know, so large that it kind of blends in with the frame. Okay, now while that glue is still hot, I'm just kind of fanning these out a little bit. Okay, now I have some buttons. Oh, where's my buttons? Oh my goodness, I've told y'all it's been a hectic day. It really has. Well, that's not the buttons I want. Hold on. I've lost my buttons. Better than losing my marbles. I lost my marbles a long time ago. I think I got one or two rolling around up in there. But let me find some buttons. All right, I found my buttons. So I picked out this little black one here. I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue there. Uh-oh. And stick it down in the middle. Is that in the middle? Yeah, I think so. Alrighty. So this part is done. Now all I'm going to do is lose the back. Yeah, this has been an absolutely wonderful day. I hope your day is going better than mine has been going. So I'm just going to put this on the card here and then just stick it back on the back. Like I said, I'm not going to put the glass in. I hope I'm not knocking that button off. This is probably going to be difficult to do the way I'm holding it. But these little tabs on some of these frames are so hard to bend back down, I swear. All right. There we go. There we go. Now, that looks much better. How cute is that? Got my T up there. That looks so much better. But anyway, Leslie was the one that had asked me for something fast and easy to make for Halloween for a craft show. And this is fast and easy, and I hope it's what you were looking for. So, if you would, please give this video a thumbs up, click subscribe, check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below, and I hope to see y'all next time. Bye!